All right, guys, I'm going to show you how I would draw my own math mobile. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, my students this week are learning and drawing these things called math mobiles. So basically a mobile is something that has to balance. So if I'm going to make a math mobile and I start with, and I start with 40 up here at the top, that means that whatever I draw here and here needs to balance. So I need to put 20 on this side, and I would need to put 20 on this side in order for it to balance. I could leave this side as 20. If I want to make any more branches, they would need to balance. So this side needs to be 10, this side needs to be 10. I could put a 5 and a 5 over here, and that would still balance. And then I could make this side an 8 and a 2, right? But the idea is that it always stays balanced. So what you guys are working on, what my students are working on this week, is using shapes to represent numbers. So again, if I start with, I think it was 40 up at the top here. Now, instead of using numbers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, like this is now a square. Okay. So in order for this to balance, I know that this side has to be 20 and this side has to be 20. So right away I know that this square has to have a value of 20, because otherwise it won't balance. If this side has to have a if this side has to have a value of 20, that would mean that each of these would need to have a value of 10. Because if I want this side to be 20 and these are two equal pieces, 10 plus 10 is going to give me 20. And again, you can make these as complicated as you want to. For example, I could take that same number 40, and instead of splitting it, into 2, I could, I could make it into 4 little branches. And again, in order for this to balance, each of these would need to be 10. And then when you're making your own, I would encourage you to make it as complicated as you can. For example, what if I wanted my whole mobile to be to have a weight of or a value of 25? Excuse me. Is that possible? I'll let you think about that one. So I'm going to try to make another one and kind of talk you through my thought process here. So what I'm going to do is I want to pick a number that is divisible by lots of things. Just to make this easier on myself, I'm going to pick 36 to be up at the top here. I'm going to have 2 branches coming off here, so I know right away that those 2 branches are going to be 18 and 18. So then what I think I want to do is I'm going to give myself 2 more branches here, and then I don't really know where I'm going with this, but let's give me 2 more right here just to see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and put a square right here. It's going to be my first shape. It's a square. I'm going to put, now I'm realizing that this is 18 and 9 and 9, and I'm realizing 9 is not divisible by 2. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make a little 3-pronged thing right here. I'm going to put a triangle here. I'm going to put a triangle here, and I drew this too small. Hold on. Okay, I changed my triangles to circles, and then I'm gonna put a long rectangle and a triangle here. Okay. Okay, so I got 18, 9, and 9. And then over here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a square. Two circles. And 3 triangles. Oh my goodness. Yikes. I believe that I've created something that works. So there you go. There's an example of a math mobile.